So thank you very much, Peter, for joining us today. I just want to get your final thoughts on the Aldershot game from Tuesday night.
Well, again, we started very poorly. We give a goal away of our own doings after about a minute, and so Aldershot didn't even have to work hard for it, and that's made it a very, very bad night for us. And it was a struggle straight away because of 1-0 down after 1 minute. So there are little things there that games have cost us at the minute, and it's ourselves that's doing it.
It seems to be a sort of a similar theme at the moment, that we keep putting ourselves behind straight away almost. We seem to be shooting ourselves in the foot.
I'm sure all teams have a little stage of it over the season, and it's just something up to me to make sure that we keep on to the players to make sure it doesn't keep happening. And but it's a little bit of a concern, but we've just got to make sure that we tighten up the next game. And
moving on to a positive, Luke Pennell managed to get 45 minutes against Aldershot.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on his fitness and how he's doing so
far?
Well,
he's a bit behind because he's had the injuries in pre-season. He's a bit behind, and that's why he couldn't really play any more than that. Or because we were a goal down, we had to make a change, and I knew that Luke couldn't play 90 minutes. So, but the 45 minutes would have been good for him, no doubt about that. There were some pluses, we feel as though it was a little bit hard done by not getting the late goal. We're not convinced it was offside, but that's the way it's going at the minute.
And Gavin Hoyt as well, he was on the bench against Aldershot. What was you thinking behind taking him out of the side?
Well, you can only play 11 players, and that's the difference. And so people accept that, people realise that. Can't play the same players every game, and at times you bring in fresh legs and different faces. That's the way you do it.
Okay, and Tommy Adeloye and Alexander McQueen have come in, and what have you made of their impact around the club?
Well, I think they're both decent players. That's why I want them here, and I think they've both got their own strengths. We could do with Tommy now getting a goal. That'd be nice because he's shown us that he can be a very good centre forward. So and Alex McQueen's a very good footballer. We've known about him. And
there's been quite a high number of turnover of players, obviously, since you've been here, and obviously that's because of the situation that the club's been in.
Yeah.
Have you sort of got your 11 made up now? Your first team squad made up?
Well, we've got a squad of 22 players now, and we've gone for some younger ones that we could afford, and I think they've made our squad. We've got a good number. Of course, in those 22, we want players to play as well as they possibly can, and so that's the whole idea, I suppose, of trying to get more position or more players for the same position that you can chop and change if people lose their confidence or whatever. So I'm very, very happy with the numbers that we've got. I'd like players to, of course, play to their potential.
And speaking of another new signing, Noel Layton signed yesterday. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, he's a young player. He's only 20 years of age, young centre forward that's got lots of good things about being a good centre forward. We're giving him an opportunity to get involved here and for him to come and show us what he can do.
And looking ahead now to Halifax on Saturday, what are your thoughts going up against them? Obviously, they've had a great start.
They've had a great start to the season, doing very well. Big pitch up there, and be a good place to play. A very old stadium, nice bit of history to it, and but we need a result. I was hoping we was going to get a result against Aldershot. We didn't. Let ourselves down a little bit. Now we've got to do as well as we can to get a result.